Should have been a morning when we were talking about Harry and Meghan's picture on new British postage stamps. This should have been about the last-minute preparations for the wedding. Instead, the Queen in residence at Buckingham Palace behind me there is finding her family and her soon-to-be family at the centre of a soap opera. This morning, the royals proving they're just like us, not immune to big family drama days before a big event. The father of soon-to-be American Princess Meghan Markle now in the spotlight. According to TMZ, Thomas Markle Sr. will no longer walk his daughter down the aisle on Saturday, as planned. In fact, reportedly, he's not going to attend the royal wedding at all. The news coming after Mr. Markle allegedly staged these photos of himself for the paparazzi, selling them for a reported $100,000. The former TV lighting director telling TMZ he meant no harm to Meghan or the royal family when he made the deal, which he now deeply regrets. Calling the photos stupid and hammy, he reportedly says he won't travel to London because he doesn't want to embarrass his daughter. Overnight, Meghan's half-sister, Samantha, defending their father on a British morning show, saying she urged Mr. Markle to work with the paparazzi so they wouldn't snap more unflattering photos of him.
I think my father's really suffered at the hands of the media. They've presented him in the most horrible ways, highly inaccurate, and the goal of those photographs was basically because he was feeling defenseless.
Mr. Markle also revealing to TMZ he suffered a heart attack a week ago. These newly obtained photos show him at several fast food restaurants just days after the alleged health scare. The palace is not commenting on the reported heart attack and not confirming whether Mr. Markle will attend the wedding, but released a statement that reads, "This is a deeply personal moment for Miss Markle in the days before her wedding. She and Prince Harry ask again for understanding and respect to be extended to Mr. Markle in this difficult situation."
I think if he doesn't come, then her mother Doria will step up and not only spend the night before the wedding with her daughter, but also may end up walking her down the aisle as well.
Speculation as the towns of Windsor and Eton prepare to host the royal event of the year. Now adorned with the Union Jack and crowded with visitors excited to experience history and the happy ending of this modern-day fairy tale.
Keir, you've covered the royals for a long time. How unusual is it for, like, Kensington Palace to release a statement and then in that statement to not be really clear as to whether or not her dad is coming?
Well, I think they're trying to figure it out. I think the Queen is likely trying to figure it out in there. Look, clearly, Hoda, for Meghan, for any bride, this will be a devastating situation to find herself in. For the royal family, of course they are show business, but they are also a serious business. The Queen is the head of state here and in many countries, and this is bad for business. On the other hand, you know, look, they are a normal family. These are normal families, even though, Hoda, I guess it feels a little right now like we're living through a cross between Shakespeare and Dallas and Dynasty.
Well, I mean, it's a human story. I mean, you have Thomas Markle, he's her dad. Right. He didn't ask for any of this. He's living a quiet life in Mexico, and suddenly the paparazzi descend on him. They're taking pictures if he's going through the drive-thru at McDonald's. Right. I mean, but it seemed like he didn't leave any question as to whether he was coming. He said he wasn't coming. So do you think the palace is, I mean, do you read between the lines that maybe they're trying to persuade him to come?
Oh, I'm sure they're trying to persuade him to come. I'm sure Meghan's trying to persuade him to come, even though if he did collude with the paparazzi, if you like, it's really hurtful for Harry because, of course, you know his background, particularly in relation to Princess Diana and the paparazzi. But look, here's the crunch, guys, for me. I spoke last week about this wedding breaking through class barriers, through racial barriers, through national barriers. That is not easy. It is easy for us all to just stay in our bubbles, to close the door. In a sense, I guess, right now it seems like politicians around the world just want us to do that. And isn't it interesting to see an unelected member of the British royal family, the son of Diana, kind of holding out the example of not doing that, of reaching out to each other. And if it is hard for this couple, I guess, if you agree with reaching out, then we should be out there supporting them.
Just quickly at the end, we're wondering who will walk her down the aisle, and we heard speculation in the piece that possibly her mother. Is that likely?
Yeah. It would be unusual for Doria Ragland to walk Meghan Markle down the aisle in royal circles, but it wouldn't be unusual in real life, right? And in many ways, the royal family are really adept at changing. That's one of the things that we kind of miss about them. They are traditional, but they have changed many, many times. I think another possibility might be William, maybe Prince Charles. Or maybe, just maybe, as many brides have done in modern weddings, she will walk down the aisle on her own. And won't that be a striking image?
Yeah.
Another piece of suspense for the royal wedding.
Yes, indeed.
In addition to whether Harry will shave.
Yes. I say no shaving.
I say shave.
Okay, all right, Keir.
Thank you, Keir.
We ourselves have a lot of wedding announcements to make. Don't forget, we are throwing a party on the plaza. It's a royal party. Get dressed up in your British best. Grab your passport.
Literally.
That's a huge clue.
Yes.
Okay? Because if you come down, you may be joining us in London. We're going to have more on today.com/royal treatment.
That's right. We're just doing a bunch of wedding invitations for you at home because tomorrow night, Hode and I are going to take you inside the royal wedding. This is a primetime special. 10 o'clock, 9 Central, right here on NBC.
And there's more on Thursday. I'll be in jolly old England. We'll have a lot more there all week, including and up to our live wedding coverage. That's Saturday morning starting at 4:30 a.m. Eastern.
That's right. Grab your tea and your crumpets.
Yes.
We will
Join
be up
us
early.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.